Hello, it's Molly from the Stand Comedy Club podcast. This week we're speaking to yet another Stand favourite, Jay Lafferty. Now, there is a little bit of an issue with our cameras, which we didn't notice until after we finished recording, but don't panic, okay? The audio is so brilliant. We loved recording this one, and I hope you love listening to it. Bye!
Well, look about, ooh-wee.
Nice.
We are now recording.
Woohoo!
It's as easy as that. It's as
That's a
easy as
good
that.
one.
Wow. Welcome to the pod, Jay.
Thank you. Do I still have sunglasses, Marks?
No, I
you
think
looking
it's
I
fine.
can tell.
Yay.
It's a bit darker in here than our
There's
usual.
so many cameras. I don't know where to look.
Bam, bam, bam.
It's just like, wow.
I hope they're all working.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're recording in the green room today because there's stuff happening outside.
So we've
always
come back
stuff
here.
happening.
But it's quite cool. I think people see the stage, but they don't see the green room. So look around. Look at all
Look
the.
at all these posters.
Yeah.
All the posters.
That feels like that we perfectly placed your poster behind
Yeah,
you.
me
I
with
also
me.
enjoy that
Yeah.
like Alison Spittle's poster is like a gradient of
Oh,
yours.
yeah.
It's quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should get
She's
more.
leaning into you.
She's
Yeah.
leaning into my bahookie.
What's she like? Do you know the fun thing about when Alison was on tour is she had a rider for that show, and on the rider, every venue she went to, she asked us to make her some soup. So when she got here, and I believe it was
wow.
Iona.
I wasn't here for that show.
Homemade.
Yeah, it was like, oh no, well, I think it was homemade
Bring her-
preference.
Homemade
but I
pre-
think what we did in the end was I
I didn't
Iona,
even know we could have a rider. I asked for nothing.
if you don't ask, you don't get. We did
Exactly.
it. Also, make it fun because we're like soup. Okay,
Homemade soup.
I'm fairly sure Iona went to
It was
Eusebius.
Scott went to Eusebius.
Scott went to
Put
Eusebius.
some respect on Scott's name. Scott went to
apologise, Scott.
Eusebius, and I think it was a very strange flavour. It was like just courgette, maybe. And
On its own.
'cause it
Was
was
she-
the-
I
was she
don't know
rated?
if courgette's ready to anchor
Courgette
a
is
meal.
kind of
I
like,
yeah.
I
like
agree.
what flavour is courgette?
It's courgette flavour. It's kind of
It's kind
watery.
of-
Isn't
I
it?
hate courgette.
Yeah, I would like a courgette. but I
Courgette
don't
and
think-
aubergine for me, and beetroot.
You're not an aubergine fan. How do you feel about Ratatouille? The food, not the film.
I was going to start talking about the film. I don't think I've really had it.
I don't mind courgette, like, you know, you get
Chopped
courgette
up.
spirals.
Oh,
Yeah, I
like
don't mind
like
that.
spaghetti, but
What's the
courgette.
thing? Is that what they use for
Courgette.
fake spaghetti? Is that what they call it?
I think so.
Yeah, you can use it for fake spaghetti,
Courgette.
but you can have it in salads as well. Like
nice
spirals
texture.
of courgette.
I've recently been having rocket goat's cheese and like red onion salad at home with toasted pine nuts. Lads, if you've never toasted a pine nut, what a way to spend a weekend. To tell you that.
That sounds like I'm already
You're so
so
bougie.
hungry.
I know.
Yeah, that's
Pine
so-
nuts are really expensive.
Pine nuts are like
And goat's cheese.
$3.95
Yeah.
for like
For
100
two.
grams.
I did buy them in Lidl. I mean, they're not
okay,
expensive,
fair,
but they
fair.
were good. I mean, honestly, I'm telling you.
You're the people's princess, Fraser.
Looking at all the
You're
I'm just
obviously
letting you know.
somewhere fancy that your Lidl stocks pine nuts.
Yeah.
I live in Bishop Briggs. We don't have one. I have to go outside of town to get the Lidl.
Bishop Briggs doesn't have a
No,
Lidl.
we've got a big Asda and a big Morrison's. It was a big thing when the Morrison's opened.
Nice.
Well,
That's
what's
good.
your biggest local supermarket?
We've got an Asda.
nice.
We've got an Asda. I've got an Aldi.
It
Lidl.
does change your day-to-day life, I think, what shop is closest to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go to Asda because it's close, not because it's the best.
Exactly.
But if Asda wants to sponsor us,
I live above a Nisa local.
oh no.
All right.
That was a really strong reaction there,
It's
Lottie.
actually very, very handy because if you're making dinner and you're like, oh, I don't have any garlic, I'm going to just run down. And then
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
there.
That is quite good. I used to live above a Tesco's Express
Oh,
when I was
Got any
a
strong
student.
feelings about that, Lottie?
Well, Tesco's Expresses are very expensive, yeah.
Yeah.
Very
And because it's
expensive.
right there, you do end up going quite a lot, and
All
then you're
the
wasting all
time,
your money.
yeah, and you're a
Yeah.
student, so you don't have a car or
Yeah.
the ability to think outside the
No,
box.
exactly.
I
Those were
went
the
sorry
days.
to any students.
I went to uni in Dundee, and I don't. This might not still be true, but at the time they had the most like square foot of Tesco per capita of any area in the UK.
Do you know a similar related fact, which I just like to bring out all the time, is about how there are so many Gregs in Newcastle that Pret a Manger just shop and left.
So there's no Pret.
There are no Prets in Newcastle because Gregs just were like, nope. And the Geordies were like, yeah, Fucking
the
I
Greg's.
love that.
Wow.
Up a Greg's.
That's like it's a power move by
Yeah,
Greg's.
it really is.
So,
Just
we
like-
have a club down there in Newcastle, and you should go there and go to all of the Greg's.
Yeah.
And there's a 24 hours Greg's just along
Amazing.
from the club.
It's class.
I didn't
Everybody's
know.
buying the really overpriced, disgusting chips on the.
Oh, they
on
got like
big
the wet
market.
potato.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Then I bypass all
Greg's.
that and just go to Greg's.
That
What's
is
your-
top tip.
When you're on tour,
Yes.
look,
Back-
look
back
at me, look
to-
at me doing my job.
Back to the topic.
What have you got any like tour staples? Like if you're going somewhere, you're like, I just want to have something to eat. Like, are you quite sensible about it, or do you just go like, let's go to McDonald's or something? Or are you quite routine with it? How do you?
So I don't really. I'm not a big fast food fan.
Sure.
Lucky.
I'm not like it doesn't do it for me. I just feel like I'm one of those people that if I eat fast food, I feel shit for like 3 days.
Yeah.
You know, people who go like, oh, I'm going to eat a McDonald's, and then they're like, oh, and then 20 minutes later, I'm still hungry. If I eat a McDonald's, I'm not hungry for like 3 days.
Wow.
Wow.
It's like,
I wish I was you.
Yeah.
It blows me. The
Not
salt.
that. Not. Yeah. No, I don't know.
So what do you do when you're on tour then? Do you
I eat a lot of sandwiches.
Nice, love sandwiches.
like
and-
meal deal style.
Yeah, kind of meal deal style, but also I'm a huge fan of, you know, the really cheap like 55p, 65p noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cocoa.
Yeah, yeah.
They are and they're stocked in the Nisa local.
Yeah,
They're
see?
unreal. I love
They're
those
so good.
noodles.
So I carry them in my suitcase.
Yeah.
Oh, that's clever.
That's
And I
clever.
just-
Oh, because if you're in a hotel, you can just
Yeah, I can just
that's
heat them
good
up.
actually.
And then if I'm feeling fancy and I've gone by like a Mark's petrol station, like a Marksy Sparksy, they get the wee edamame beans.
chuck 'em in?
I just chuck
That's
them
good.
in.
I
That
like
is
that.
good
A little bit
actually.
of protein.
Yeah.
That's good.
like-
That's health.
Yeah,
That is health.
That's
good.
health.
That is health.
So I'm a big fan of the noodles.
Yeah.
Although it comes from a bad place because when I was a teenager, my best pal Emma and we used to buy 4 packs of those noodles each and get like a mixing bowl, glass Pyrex mixing bowls, one each. Put it in, top up hot water, and then we would sit and watch you guys are all too young for this, but Blockbuster video specials.
I used to work
Straight
there.
video.
Yeah.
You used to work at Blockbuster.
Yeah,
Did you see the guy during COVID who built a Blockbuster in his
In his
basement?
house, yeah, it's class.
Oh,
That-
is it in
That's-
America or here?
It was in America.
I think I've
And
seen
he
that,
bought
yeah.
like a lot of memorabilia from closed down shops, and
Yeah.
he made it, and it was uncanny to be fair.
It was amazing.
amazing.
I miss Blockbuster. I miss like Friday nights
Yeah.
hanging about a Blockbuster, taking ages to choose what you want, and
You
then
were one of those
realizing
guys.
it's off. I fucking loved that because then you choose it, and then you'd go up to the till, and they'd be like, "Oh, they're not in." And I'd be like, "Fuck."
Well, that's just
Oh,
that's bad on their
yeah,
behalf
they
because that shouldn't
shouldn't
have
have
happened.
them
That shouldn't have
Yeah.
happened.
That would never have happened when you were
Not
working.
on my watch.
Not on your
All I
watch.
did was bankrupt him and close the company, I guess.
So it's you to blame.
I have a CV which I never use, but like on the very last thing on my CV does say previously manager of Blockbuster, and then there's an
Oh, you're
asterisk.
a manager.
Yeah, and there's an asterisk, and at the very bottom there's an asterisk, and then it says was not responsible for bankruptcy. And I'm like, if the people reading my CV can't enjoy a wee joke, then I'm the wrong person for that.
Yeah, exactly. So we used to get those noodles, watch TV. A lot of them had who I refer to as David from Roseanne, but anybody younger than
from
me refers to him as
Big Bang Theory boy.
Theory.
Leonard.
Leonard from Big Bang Theory. A lot of them had
Leonard.
him in them.
So what else was he? He was in the Thingy Holiday, the one with Chevy Chase.
Oh yeah, so he was.
What's that called? Christmas. National Lampoon's
National
Christmas.
Lampoon's Christmas.
Vacation.
Ah,
He's like the son in
yeah.
that one.
I'm still lost.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
like
with
an
you. I'm with
actor
you,
who
Jay.
was in a lot of made-for-TV movies in
Okay.
the 80s.
Galecki.
He killed his parents a number of times.
Oh, in the films,
In the
right.
films, yeah. They're all like true to life. It's basically before crime podcasts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure he played the Menendez brother at one point. Like
Right,
he's
okay.
definitely played a lot of killer kids.
Sender's
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
The secret third one.
I used to. My grandpa used to take me and my sister to Blockbuster every Friday, I think. Or it was like a
Regular
one day
day.
a week, every week, and we would always get the new Goosebumps thing. That was like the thing, and then we would get. Did you you know the matchsticks chocolates?
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we get mint
or orange.
mint
Mint,
matchsticks.
sorry, apologies.
Always mint. And then we had these tiny little armchairs. They would look like old people armchairs, but they were for kids.
Oh, that's
And
cute.
then he would set us up in there, and we would always pretend like we weren't shitting ourselves. It was like,
Oh, was it? I never saw Goosebumps.
I
was
read
scary.
Goosebumps. That's how old I am. That's
I knew
like,
it
they
was
didn't have
actually-
films.
You had to watch it in
I
the
knew
cinema
it
of your
was
mind.
books. I don't know if was it films or like a TV show.
It
I'm
was
sure there was a
TV.
TV show.
Yeah, it was like I think each like VHS was a couple of
Oh,
episodes.
so you were still
Okay.
watching it on video though?
Yeah, yeah.
When I managed it,
on
it was like
on
the end of
cusp.
it. We were just
Yeah.
doing. In fact, when I was doing it, we had Blu-ray players were just coming out, and I
Okay.
used to. It was towards the end of things, and so people would come in and be like buying like or renting like a £1 family film for the week, and my manager was like, "So you've got to upsell them a Blu-ray player." Like, okay, I see you've decided to rent Tarzan for £1. Can I interest you in a £300 Blu-ray player? I'm like, no, just Tarzan. Thanks. I'm like,
Just
no
the
problem. That's fine.
pound
That's fine.
Tarzan.
I'll take the pound. That's fine. It's
That's
like-
insane.
I mean, that was the death of that company.
That markup is
It's
it's
ridiculous.
becoming clear why they don't exist
They
anymore.
were so dumb. Like, this is not funny or interesting, but it infuriated me that like they had everything there and they let Netflix take it.
Right.
If they had it, they had
They
all the.
could have done-
They
they
could have
could have
done
become
it. But they were like,
Netflix.
no,
Yeah.
people want to come. It's like people don't want to come.
But they do now.
They do
like
now.
I
There's a
think if you
nostalgia
opened
to
a
it, yeah.
Blockbuster now or like a video shop
That's
now,
true, actually.
I also
people would
hate the
come.
paralysis of choice that you have now. Like if I put on like Netflix, I'll
just
spend
scroll through
longer
the whole
looking for
thing,
something than
yeah.
I will actually watching it. Whereas in Blockbuster, you spend time looking for it. When you picked it though, you went home. That was it.
Yeah.
That's what you're watching.
Yeah.
And it's all you've got. So you'll watch, Three Ninjas 5 times.
Yeah.
I love the Three Ninjas, by the way. That's it. But yeah.
It is a really nice like, I guess, universal experience for up until a certain age of people, and I'm glad that I'm
Part of the.
I'm like definitely
there.
on the cusp,
I
but people a bit older than me are always like, oh, you don't even know VHSs. I was like, well, I actually had Jurassic Park on VHS. So. Yeah, I think they were just coming out as I was.
I went to see Jurassic Park in the cinema.
Nice.
It did.
Do you remember it?
Yeah. I went
Was
to
it
see it in Clydebank. It was, and footballer Mark Hateley of the 80s,
Sure.
90s, who played for Rangers, he was also there.
Wow.
Yeah, that
Just-
was on the same day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
It
How do
wasn't
you-
like
how do you know that?
it was
He was
because
like
I knew
opening
what
the
he
film
looked
or
like.
anything.
I saw him with my eyes.
Yeah, that checks out. Fair enough.
Zing, they got you, Fraser.
I used to go to that cinema in Clydebank. I didn't know that the city of Glasgow existed till I was about 12. Because my mum was from Clydebank, and although I grew up in Bearsden, shocker, she would only take us to Clydebank. Like the world began and ended there. So I did all my shopping there, I went to cinema there, I went swimming there, everything.
Wow.
And then
So just
eventually when I was like 12, my friends were like, do you want to go out at the weekend? And I was like, but to the Mega Bowl, down it was like, no, we're going to go to like, McCormick's and play with guitars. And I was like, oh, and it was very scary.
Wow.
But I still have, there's a warm place in my heart for Clydebank. I'm 50% Banky.
Nice.
Represent.
Do you feel more Clyde or Bank?
Bank, baby. I wish. I have no bank. I'm all Clyde.
But Clyde robbed banks, so you're like it's part of Bonnie and Clyde.
Nice. See,
Did
this
you
is-
grow up in Clydebank?
No,
Oh.
I grew up in Greenock.
Oh.
I grew up in Greenock, but the Greenock didn't have its own cinema. It actually
you
does
go
now.
Clydebank.
It
Does
got
it?
its own cinema when I was about 16. So, but all of my early like going and doing things with the family memories,
You'd
we would
go-
have to go
okay.
to Clydebank.
Yeah.
And it was like a big deal.
Yeah.
To go in the
To
car
the big city.
up to Clyde, not even to the big city. Although
big
we
city
did,
of Clydebank.
we did go see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, the first one, at the Odeon Cinema in Renfield Street.
Oh, wow. The one that's now.
And then it's now
Gonzo.
gone, yeah. Well, it's still there, isn't it? But it's
I don't
just
know what it is.
empty.
It's not been anything for so long. I don't think we
Yeah.
ever really filled it. It's a cool building, though.
There's
Yes.
lots of those old Odeons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's one in Edinburgh as well.
there could be.
When this
There
finally
is.
comes out, it will be very much public information that the stand's moving. Woo!
Yay!
And when we first went into the building that we are now taking over, and in fact, when this comes out, we might be there. Seems unlikely, but it's possible. When we first went in, it had a raked seating bank as part of it. So like it had like a proper raked bank of seats, which we've since removed and put in 2 mezzanines for seats and stuff. But that raked seating bank was from that cinema.
No
Oh,
way!
wow.
It was the old Odeon Renfrew Street
Wait, so
cinema.
where's it gone? Have we just destroyed it?
I don't know. We didn't get rid of it. It was our landlord's
Yeah,
dealt with it.
okay.
I don't know where it went.
Oh,
Someone's
I
got
thought
it
that
then,
would have been
maybe.
cool to have because it pulled in and out.
It was well, no, it was fixed.
Oh.
It was built on top of steel deck and stuff. I
Oh,
think it
was it?
replaced
I
one. I
originally-
think it
okay.
replaced one that was kind of
Yeah, because I remember one that pulled in and out
yeah.
in that venue.
you know, so I don't know where it's gone, but that was what was in there when we very first moved in. Like, we saw it. It's just kind of cool bit of history, but it's gone now. In the bin.
Gone now.
In the bin.
Sadly dead.
Do you have much fond memories of Greenock? Do you go back there ever? Do you have any? It's got a lovely theatre. The Beacon
Fond
Theatre's a gorgeous
memory.
theatre.
My friend Callum, who watches this podcast, is from Greenock. So
Oh,
Hi,
hi,
Callum.
Callum.
Hi, Callum.
Big shout out to Callum. The Beacon Theatre. Okay, so I'm not wanting to speak ill of the Beacon Theatre.
I said it's a nice building, is where I begin and start.
Yeah, it is a nice building, but it replaces the Arts Guild,
Yes, which I've heard a lot
was
about, yeah.
a fabulous theatre, which was a proper old school, like if you can think of like a mini King's,
Aye.
like a little
Okay.
King's theatre, and a lot of my formative memories are from the Arts Guild Theatre.
Fair enough.
Because I went to like dance school and drama school there, and then when I left school, I did a year in college. I did a drama and theatre arts,
Cool.
HNC, I think it was. Maybe it was HND, I can't remember. And it was in the Arts Guild
Whoa.
Theatre.
Oh, wow.
So I was like proper theatre kid,
That's
like proper
wow.
fame, like dancing
the leg warmers?
in the aisles, and
Cool.
yeah, we just kind of ran the theatre.
Oh,
It
that's
was
so
our
I mean,
cool.
that's,
space.
That's
that's
so
sort of
nice.
bittersweet, I guess, because I mean,
Yeah.
the new facility is fantastic, but I guess that's doesn't hold the same memories as the.
No, it doesn't have the same memories of being yelled at by my drama school teacher for not pronouncing my words
God, was that kind of
correctly.
thing?
Your
Eh, all my T's or just going, stop rolling your R's. Trying to get the Waynes of Greenock to speak in pronounced English. Like,
It's not fair. It's child abuse.
Yeah.
it was a hard task, Carol. God love you. God rest your soul. Don't know if you're dead.
Yeah.
But I think
I reckon
maybe.
her heart
Shout
gave out. Carol's heart gave out. I'm so sorry.
When I was growing up, we did. I was told to do ballet. I guess I also wanted to do it as
Sure.
well, but I don't think ballet's for me. Decided. And when I was younger, I had a very short haircut as well. Because
Billy Elliot.
like I was Billy Elliot.
I just want to dance.
yeah.
I just want to dance with the blue.
I kept putting on this like really bad Geordie accent as well. It was very inappropriate. No, I did it, and when I cut my hair short, because all of the women in the family. In my family have short hair, so I was like, I want to be like them, they're cool. Did it, immediately hated it. Like really didn't do it. And then I being in the dance class and we were having to do like good toes, naughty toes or something. Where it's like pointy toes are good toes, upway toes are naughty toes.
Sure.
And then
That's completely the opposite way around for pole dancing. You have to point your toes up all the time.
It's all
I
the
wasn't
pointing.
allowed.
Oh, yeah.
Point your fucking toes.
And then the teacher was like, "What are you, a boy?" Like that, because I wasn't. I was just kind of vibing out. I had short hair, and she called me a boy.
With your naughty toes. Is
With
that
my
what it is?
naughty toes. I'm a naughty toes boy.
You're naughty to well,
I like that.
Yeah.
that sounds like a really good like 90s indie band.
Naughty
Naughty
Toes
Toes
Boy.
Boys.
Yeah.
The naughty
Or even
toes
like an
boys.
album name or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. I
So
like that.
You said you did dancing when you were younger. Is that when did you start pole dancing, which was a massive
Yeah,
part of
yeah.
your
I
previous show?
started pole dancing when I turned 40.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so that
was the whole thing,
That was
wasn't
the
it?
whole show that you clearly didn't watch.
I did.
I was giving the audience an opportunity to engage. In fact,
It was just you going, oh wow!
I also went to drama school.
Yeah, I started learning to pole dance when I was 40 because I was feeling depressed about getting an old maid woman. Well, I'm not an old maid, am I? Because I am married and stuff. But like an old comic. I've been a
Yes.
comic since I was 21.
Do you feel old?
It's like the way
Very.
that
Yeah.
how old is it when you get called a geriatric mother?
35.
Yeah, so it's like that thing where it's like you're
Yeah.
not old, but the world is making you seem.
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
so-
I think when you do stand up, I've done stand up since I was 21.
Sure.
And so that's like, I've been doing it for more than 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I think sometimes you just get moments where you look and I just think, God, am I going to be doing this when I'm 50? Because I didn't think at 21 I'd be
You did,
doing it when I
yeah.
was 30, and I didn't think at 30 I'd be doing it when I was 40.
Yeah.
So have you always just thought of it as I'll just have a go at this for a bit and then
No, I don't know. I've always I've always loved it. It's obviously been a career.
Yeah.
It's been my career for 20 years. But I suppose people who are like, I don't know if no matter what your job is, you think, oh, I'll still be doing this.
yeah.
yeah, no, that's fair.
Like I think everybody
Yeah.
thinks, oh, other things will
What other sorts of things might you like to look at in the future? Like other job avenues? Anything else?
Sort of
Now,
turning into a
now it's
therapy
too
session.
late. It's too late, isn't it?
Do you think?
I did think last year I had a whole, I suppose people would call it a midlife crisis. I had a bit of a mental blip. And I thought that I might retrain to become a midwife.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, because I thought, oh, that would be a really good thing to do. And I love, anybody who's ever seen me do stand-up will know how much I love medical dramas.
Sure.
And I think I've watched enough that I'm
yeah, but
actually...
you could just
You
do
basically
it. You don't
what
need to
training do you
retrain
need?
it.
Yeah, and yeah, 10 blades.
Swap.
10 blades.
Sorry.
Forceps. Give me a hit of epi. Stat. 10 cc's. Honestly,
Yeah, I think she
I've
should,
got it all.
honestly.
I've got the lingo.
Yeah.
There was actually, I was hearing this thing. There was a guy. I can't remember if I heard this in a podcast or not, or somebody just told me. But there was a guy in Australia. It was either Australia or America. One of these mental places you can get away with shit. Who had told his wife, was married for like 10 years, and his wife thought he was a doctor, and he went to work every day in a hospital, and he didn't work there. He'd never like been a doctor, and eventually after 10 years some of the other doctors went, who is that guy?
What?
That's-
But so what
So
was
what
he
does he do
doing?
he just hangs about.
But was he getting?
But
How
like,
was he
I went-
getting money?
I think I don't know if money was a thing he had to particularly worry about. I think he might
Okay.
have been a rich
Right. Okay.
person,
So he was just
or
like a
Hung about in a
yeah, he
hospital
just hung
every
about,
day
but
for
with
10
like
years.
he had bought all the gear and all that, and
All the gear, no idea.
Yeah.
all the gear, no idea. But apparently, one of the reasons his wife suddenly started to work it out is that she did think it was weird that he would come back and watch like 10 hours of Grey's Anatomy. She's like, because most people come back from the, like I don't come
wanna
back
think
from
about
work
that
and stick
anymore.
live at the Apollo on. I was just, I don't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair.
And I think she did always think it was a bit odd, but he used that to basically learn all the
That's
lingo.
insane.
And I feel like I could have
Yes.
done that.
Yes.
But then I found out how much midwives get paid and how much training is in it, and I went, oh,
Yeah, I'm alright.
That's
yeah.
sad.
I'm alright.
Not
That's
with
sad.
it.
Like this is depressing.
that's
in
put me
general.
off of it. And
Yeah.
like, to be honest, which is, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not that I was in it for the money, but I would have liked to get paid more than I
No,
get
You
now.
need
Yeah.
to,
Fair
you
enough,
need
yeah.
to
For 3 years of study.
Yeah.
yeah,
damn
be
right.
realistic about it, because they just get paid
Yeah.
nothing, peanuts.
Yeah, it's rubbish considering
Yeah.
they've got like life and death in
Yeah,
their
yeah.
hands. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I think this is basically all I can
Just this.
do now.
Cool. Well, you're very good at it. So that's
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Handy.
Absolutely.
It's a pretty good job, no? For
I
the
love
most
it.
part.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great job. It's a privilege. Like
Yeah.
I always find it difficult when comics moan about their
Yes.
job, which we do quite often in this room. Bitching like, oh, I can't believe I've got to stand for 20 minutes and get paid what most people would spend 9 hours, 10 hours. Yeah, it's a great job. It's a privileged job. It's particularly at the minute when things are fucking grim. It's such an like real privilege just to like stand on the stage and
Yeah.
make people laugh.
Yeah,
and
give them a bit of respite.
yeah, I really enjoy it. It's
Yeah.
such a fun job, and for the most part, the people are cool. Like,
I can second that.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, when you get good, like meet people that you're like, oh, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's solid. And
Yeah.
then you do as with everything, you do get some stinkers, but
who? Name them.
that's what bitching's about.
Yes.
What
We
Chris
do
did
lots
just-
of bleeps.
I do feel like I'm now got to the age of like the old comics. So now comics who I came up with, right? So like I am now older than the comics who had been going for a long time when I started.
Really?
Yeah. So like Mearns would have been younger than me when I started.
Right.
So
Wow.
yeah, I know.
And he's
And he is old.
God love Raymond. I love Raymond Mearns.
Friend of the pod.
Yeah, we had him on, we had him
Oh,
on.
did you
We
have him
had him
on?
on.
He's fucking the worst thing you could ever hear as a new open spot coming off stage was Mearns. How do you think that?
Oh, yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that.
How did you think that went? Because the answer to that was, well, not well, I guess. Raymond's not
You
well.
wouldn't be asking, otherwise.
I used to hate that, and but he was so supportive and still is such a supportive person. And I was really lucky because I came up with like Mearnsey, Susan Morrison, like of it, Vladimir McTavish, Janie Godley, and just like a whole host of like amazing comics who are still doing it, and Janie's still doing it down there. She's like, we're up there. Who knows? I think she's down there because she's awesome.
She'd get bored the other way.
She'd get bored up there. She'd be fed up. But like, people who really gave you like amazing advice and were super, super sweet and like really put their necks out for you as well, and like came and invited you to do their mental boozers in Paisley and Giffnock and other places like that. So I think it's weird now because when new open spots come on, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like the Susan and the Janies and the like, you know.
Do you feel a sense of like responsibility to
for
be nice to them?
Do they come off you like, how'd you think that went?
I don't, but there could. There's a bit of an argument that some of that should come back. You can't say anything now. No.
These days.
No. I do. Like, I think it's really important to be supportive, and that's not to say that you can't be honest.
Yes.
With somebody, or sometimes it's better not to say anything. My mum always said, if you can't say anything nice, just smile and nod. You know. You've got a great presence. If you hear me saying that, that's I literally can't think of anything else. You've got great presence. Fuck, all the people I've said that to. Some of you do have a great presence,
but that's all, unfortunately.
but no material. It is a privilege, and it's nice, and it's nice to see so many more women coming on the scene now.
Definitely,
like, because when I started, I named quite a few women there. Viv G, obviously, huge influence on me starting. I did her course with Martin Nelson and Billy Kirkwood.
It's unbelievable how often she comes up on this.
She's the like godmother of.
She's birthed so
We
many
need to
people.
get
her on.
You have to get her.
That'd be great.
She's insanely birthed so many fantastic comics, Scottish comics over the last 30 years. But there wasn't, other than the people that I've mentioned, Jojo Sutherland as well, there was very few female comics. And now it's ace. Sometimes I'll be on a bill with 3, 4, four female comics.
Because it used to really feel like, because you'd have to get a woman on the bill. And it felt like quite often it could be seen as like the token woman, but now sometimes it looks like it's like the token man on the bill.
There has been I've done weekends here when there's been one boy on the bill and I'm like, oh are you feeling sad?
My understanding is, and again, I feel like I'm the company's shill here, but I'm pretty sure that's always been, like, if you ask Tommy, when he started, that was like, there's always at least to be one woman on the bill, and that was a thing, and it's probably something to do with, I guess, when it started with Jane and Susan being the compares and stuff like that. But I think, that Stan can be proud of that it's always
they absolutely. And the Stand were one of the first, like, they used to have Wicked Wenches.
I found a flyer for that the other day. Is it on the wall? No,
Wicked Wenches, and there was also there was another one. So there was Wicked Wenches, and then there was another one that was all women, and it was something like that.
Bitches?
Bad bitches. It wasn't. It'll come back to me, but it was. You're not really far off the mark. But and again, it was like women, LGBTQ plus. Like, the Stand always had those nights before anybody else.
And now, like, even today, there's some comedy clubs getting under fire for not having women on their bills.
Yeah, it was.
Like, how many years?
Let's not name shame, but
I know.
Everyone will know if
sometimes. I mean, obviously now it's a lot more obvious because everybody puts it up on socials.
Yeah.
But sometimes you still see
you're like,
a white man, and you're all straight.
Book more women. Book more women. That's all I'd say.
It's just
you gotta book more women.
There are some obviously there are some incredible, like, straight male comics.
A couple,
but they've had their time.
Yeah, but it's just I feel like that for people saying that they don't find women funny or like can't name more than like 2 female comedians. It's so uninspiring. Like there's so much out there, and it's just it's
fun being in the green room because look how many of them are on our wall.
Yeah,
There's tons
exactly.
of them.
There's tons.
And they're all
Ace award winners.
Yeah.
A lot of them as well.
and Raymond Burns.
Raymond's won some awards for being a mental bastard. I take it I can swear on this. She had Burns, so like.
Yes, of course you can. we've said some dreadful things on this podcast.
But you
My mum's not
recently-
allowed to watch it.
Oh yeah. I don't want to date this pod, but you recently headlined the bank holiday weekend.
Yeah.
And that was unreal seeing, because I believe you were the only woman on the bill for that.
Yeah, I was the only woman on the
And
bill.
I really liked you coming out absolutely smashing it every night, and then it's like, yeah, you're the one that's closing the
you're
show.
the best
You're the
one.
best one out of everyone.
You're the headliner.
And it's just nice to see that's just, I don't know, it's not like
It's not
well done us for doing it. It's just
It's
like
just
you're a great comedian and you've come out and smashed it, and you're the only,
happen to be a woman.
yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Well
I know,
done.
thank you. No, I mean, and I don't take it lightly. Like headlining the stand, when I first started doing stand up, it took me 2 years. Like I wasn't like a Red Raw baby. Like I was like an established comic before I ever stepped foot in the stand stage. I'd
Did
obviously
you
been in
do
the
Red
room.
Raw?
I did Red Raw, but I had been going for like 3 years before I ever stood on the stand stage.
Glasgow or Edinburgh or at all?
Glasgow.
And was Glasgow the first one you did?
Glasgow was the first, the first Red Raw I did was in Glasgow.
Wow.
But I had been doing stand up for quite a few years. And because that's how much the stand meant to me, because I'd obviously been here as a punter and loved it. And I would come and watch Mark and Billy because they were boys. So they were like putting their names down.
Yeah,
straight away.
yeah.
And this is back in the day where it took you like 3 weeks to get a Red Raw. It wasn't
Months.
like it is now, like where it's a year-long waiting list. But so I could have done it, but I wanted it. I wanted it to be so good, you know. Like I wanted, and I think also as well there was that female thing of going, I have to be
Twice as
3
good.
times
Yeah,
as
3
good,
times.
or twice as good, 3 times as good to get noticed, you know. So yeah, I used to come and I would and I hang about and watch and stuff, but I'd been going for quite a long time before I did my first 5 at Red Raw, and it was Kevin Bridges was hosting, and David Kay was closing.
Aw,
David Kay at peak scone.
yes.
It was at peak scone time, so it did a whole load of material about scones. It's fabulous. My friends still talk about it because
That's so
I
good.
actually invited all my friends, which was a thing that I didn't do,
Yeah,
and I was
so
like, I'm playing the Stand Comedy Club, and everybody's like, oh,
That's amazing.
you
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah.
So the stand has always meant so much to me because of that, and yeah, so to actually headline the stand, I'll never take it for granted.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you remember your first headline in the stand?
yeah.
Was it in Glasgow or Edinburgh? Or?
It was in Edinburgh.
And then boo.
In Edinburgh, yeah. Well, do you know, no, to be fair, probably the first time I ever headlined like at all, like not a weekend, but would have been Glasgow. Yeah,
Did
because I
you
would
do
have
like a Red Raw or
headlined Red
something?
Raw.
Red Raw,
Yeah,
cool.
I did headlined Red Raw
Yeah.
first. But the first weekend of headlines that I did was in Edinburgh. Yeah.
Do you remember do you remember if you were like scared or felt good or like?
I remember trying not to like worry about it too
Yeah.
much, and I remember I also didn't do what everybody. Although again, this is like a thing. It's I don't want to harp on too much about the difference between female and comics and male comics, but like male comics be like, oh, privileged to close the Stand Comedy Club.
You should do a character.
Not really bad, Mark Nelson. Really privileged. That's just going to Prince Charles. Sorry, Mark. I'm not good at accents.
I enjoyed it.
But no, I never did the whole like social media post thing. Like, I never did that. I quietly headlined and did make a big deal about it, and then I've been headlining for maybe like a year, and another comic, I don't know if you've had him on the pod, Stu Murphy.
We were aiming to get him on.
No,
We've
not
Stu-
yet, but he's
we've
on the
spoken
list.
to him
He's
about
coming
it.
up.
Yeah, Stu came along to a headline set that I did at the stand, and I'd probably done about maybe 3 or by that point between Glasgow, Edinburgh and Newcastle. I think I headlined all 3 clubs by this point. And then Stu came in I was headlining in Edinburgh, and he was like, oh, I just, I thought I would come and support you because it's your first headline slot. And I was like, mate, it's not. I've been headlining weekends for well over a year.
That's nice.
And he was
though.
like, what? So yeah, I managed to fly under the radar.
That's quite cool actually, because it's like there's like less pressure on you then.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm an indie comic. Do you know?
Yeah. Cult following.
How do you feel the 3 clubs compare to one another? What's the difference, like playing a Friday here or in Edinburgh or in Newcastle? Is there a notable difference, or is it kind of same old, same old?
No, I think like each one of the stand comedy clubs has its own unique identity, and I think that's important. Like, and people always go, "Oh, like, what's your favourite stand?" But I have like favourite things about all 3 stands, and I think that's important as well. Like, just as a comic, I think like Newcastle it's the biggest one, obviously, and when you're on and you've maybe got somebody like Kai Humphries on the bill or something like that, and it's
local boy.
There's exactly. You've got like a local boy, or even like Gav Webster or
jokes.
Lauren Patterson, any of those guys. They bring like. I suppose it's like coming here and having Susie on the bill, one of us on the bill. I love that because it feels like a proper, that you're kind of infiltrating the Newcastle kind of scene. And so I love doing that, and I love hosting Newcastle. I've headlined twice before maybe, and I'm headlining at the end of May again. And I love it. It's a real, it's a good laugh. Is that my phone?
It's my phone. It's my pocket. I can
All
hear
right, that's good.
I'm so sorry.
So
I thought this was one of your phones. I was just like, how many apples can we get sponsored by
that one
Apple?
is mine.
We don't film these on phones. We film this on high cinema quality.
So many fancy cameras in front of me. Not a weird robotic setup of arms. Clearly,
We should take a picture
it's not
of
like
that.
a cobbled together something from Home Bargains.
There is no gaffer tape on any of the things.
Sorry, Newcastle.
Yeah, no, so the Newcastle stand is great. Edinburgh I love because it's so international.
Yeah.
We've heard
So
that before,
you get so much, you can get such a good laugh because you'll have, people who've travelled from, like far-flung places.
Anywhere.
And it's interesting stories.
Yeah, they
and
get
stuff.
interesting stories, and it's always a good. It's always good banter when you're out in that, and then of course you come to Glasgow, and I love playing Glasgow. I love hosting here. Is I would say of all the 3 clubs, this is the one I love to host the most because I feel so comfortable, and I
just chatting to people.
Just-
You've got
I don't
like
need
a
to
connection
slow
and
down.
stuff. Yeah,
Sure people.
yeah, it's my people,
Yeah.
for sure. So yeah, and I just love here. You can be really quite clever. Not that I'm saying you can't be clever in Edinburgh and Newcastle.
But there's things that will get missed.
There's things that get missed as well, and I think as well you can obviously the international aspect of Edinburgh means that there's people who are from all over the place, so that they don't
The
maybe
reference
get
There
it
can be
all.
like language barriers. and
Yeah,
stuff.
language
Yeah.
barriers, all sorts of things. Newcastle, they're English. What can you say? Sorry, not to be xenophobic, but
It's cool, she's Welsh.
Got my dragon.
I love England as well. Right? It's fine. It's fine. But no, I think as a Scottish comic, I'm always really, even in Newcastle where I probably don't need to be, but I'm always quite think I have to slow down when I'm down in London. I feel like I have to talk.
It must be.
It
It must impact it a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I just can't imagine. I don't think I've ever really had to alter my accent that much.
Sure.
In a way, that when you're performing, you need everyone to understand
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
because otherwise it doesn't work. But if you're changing the speed at which you talk, that's changing the way you think. Oh God, I can't imagine. It must be really
I've
hard.
seen you do or heard you do breaking news and stuff like that. Do you do it when you're doing TV or radio?
Yeah,
do you slow
so
down
I
for that?
slow down. I try to remember. Sometimes I forget for breaking the news because you're quite often
With other Scots.
with other
other, yeah,
Scots, and Des certainly doesn't slow down.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
the fastest talking man in
man.
TV and radio. But yeah, no, I do. I put on my phone voice.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Yeah, so and even sometimes I will exaggerate my accent for a joke.
Oh, sure, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
in breaking the news, because they're BBC Radio Scotland and they like it when they've got a bit of rough, you know, a bit of rough there on a lassie for Greenock. So sometimes I'll do that as well. But I think when I come home, when I come here, I let loose a bit, and especially if you know, like obviously I'll take from the night and stuff.
Yeah.
If you know that because quite often there's a lot of Australians here.
Yeah.
True.
So I'll, you know, obviously if there's loads of Australians, I won't do it. But if you know that the room is 95% Glaswegian, I just let rip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
That must feel so good.
green light, crack on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or blue light, whatever we do. Jesus.
He's on the sectarian divide. We've got a lot of green here. I know.
I'm
You're blue. Yeah, you are. And you got a wee bit of
And
yellow.
I'm
SNP,
not Scottish.
You're not Scottish.
every colour.
But you're one of what was it?
Yeah.
Jock Thomas?
Jock
Jock Thomason's
Tamsin.
Bairns.
Yeah.
So anybody that lives in Scotland is Scottish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jay.
One of us.
Do you enjoy doing like radio, TV sort of stuff? Like, or is the pressure of writing for that and kind of essentially burning material instantaneously?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
how do you feel about that? Do you enjoy doing that, or is it just a lot of work?
I would like to do lots more.
Okay.
I think you're one of, like this. I've not given you time to answer the question, but I think you're one of the people who I see and I'm like, this makes sense for TV and radio.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think you like seem like you should. That's like where you.
That's
work.
where
you should
yeah.
be. Like
I think we're probably the ship has sailed for TV.
No.
I'm too old
No.
for a woman. Well, I will challenge them.
changing.
Challenging them.
Yes, exactly.
Prove me wrong. I love doing TV and radio. I love working on Breaking the News.
Yeah.
It's so fun. But yeah, I love doing that. And I love working with people like Stuart Mitchell and Des Clark and the whole team behind the scenes there, Dave and Lauren and Chris. And they're so much fun. And it's been amazing to see such a radio show like that. Like I was there for the birth of it, basically, and for it to be 10 years down the line.
They have put it on TV a couple of times. I'm surprised it hasn't just been permanent TV spot.
It was COVID's fault, basically. So it was on TV. So basically, what it used to do, it was like it did turnabout. So one season on radio, one season on TV and radio, and then with COVID and money and stuff like that. So
I knew I'd seen it on television. I'm
yeah, but
surprised
now
it's not.
recently they've started putting it. They're doing, what's it they call it? They've got a weird thing for it. It's like they're not putting TV money into it, but they're filming it like a podcast filming.
With phones.
interesting.
Yeah, basically.
Would it go
Allegedly.
online? Would
And
it go
it's on TV, but it's kind of filmed like so they're doing every second
like a filmed
season like
podcast.
that. It's
Interesting.
like a
Makes sense.
podcast style. I can't remember. They've got a weird name. They've got a BBC name
And
for
it is
it.
all set up like they don't hide the fact that it's on radio. Like the microphones and everything look as though it's been set.
Yeah,
So like, that's fair
yeah.
enough. I think it's cool. I like
Yeah,
that.
it's cool. But the ones that they've done, I've done quite a few. The big TV show ones. I did one last year for the Euros, and I did one for COP26. I think it
The one in
was.
Glasgow, yeah.
And then I did one. I've done like a end of the year one and stuff. And
Cool.
like, there's Christmas, Valentine's ones that I've been on. But yeah, it's a great show.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a good show.
fab
It's a really
show.
good show.
And it's also like, I don't think people realise, but lots of writers write on it in
Yeah.
the background as well. So most of the comics that go on it, that's all their own material. But a lot of the kind of
People that are not necessarily established comedians.
yeah,
They've
that
got
are
people
right
writing
on
them.
it for
Yeah.
and also like for Dez's stuff and all of the kind
Yeah,
of
that's the thing. I guess the pressure of having to
like every like you.
doesn't matter how good you are, Des. That's a
Yeah.
lot of material.
yeah. I mean, he ad libs loads.
Of
Don't
course,
get me
of
wrong, but it's a really good supportive place for writers as
That's
well.
great.
So there's been loads of people who started writing on Breaking the News who are now doing a little bit of stand up.
Oh, that's
they're
cool.
kind of
Nice.
dipping their toe into
Yeah.
into the water.
Yeah.
It's funny, we were talking, I mean, I don't know what order these have come out or whatever. We did talk to Mark Nelson briefly about how they're making a Saturday Night Live in the UK.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I was sitting like, how's that going to go? Who knows? He's desperate to do the weekend update. Anyway, but, another chat bookmark. But what was interesting was about how much of that relies on writers and how much of that is writing, and I guess that's an insight into, is there a culture of that in this country that has those writers' rooms? We don't really have it for TV, but I guess things like Breaking the News are the places where these people are working that and really establishing themselves as writers.
I mean, we don't have that writers' room thing for sitcoms the way that the America does, but for topical stuff, I mean, there's always been, and I mean, I've written on a lot of shows, obviously like the News Quiz, Have I Got News for You, 8 out of 10 Cats, like all of these things all have writers, like with, and you can put in and you can.
What have you ever written for something on television and it's come out like that's giving you a real buzz? Like, I can't believe they got my joke on there.
Yeah, but I can't say what.
Okay, tell me where it's all right. I want to know now.
It's always good to hear your joke on TV, even when it's said by another comic.
Well, I mean, that's weird. That must be weird.
I mean, that's not a secret that some, there are comedians out there that have writers for them, and that's but that makes sense for a lot of it. So I guess
it's good, and again, I think it's that weird thing of I think that having writers' rooms, that would be a really good thing to stop people being so, I don't know, I think in Scotland or in the UK, there's a sort of like, people use writers, like kind of like, but actually in most other industries, that's of course people use writers.
And if it makes the thing
consider how
better,
many singers don't write their songs.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Frank Sinatra didn't write the songs; he just sang them. And he was class at them. Like fine, like that's good.
That's life.
That's why you're the comedian.
It's a weird thing, and also because I mean, there's probably more comedians out there that have got people, writing partners with them that you would never know about, and you never will know about. And I'm not going to say them.
And I love writing with other comedians. Do you know, like when I first started, as I was saying, Mark Nelson and Billy Kirkwood and I all started together, and we used to like regularly meet up and write together and like try things out on each other and help each other with lines, and that still happens. It happens quite organically backstage. That you'll go out and you'll watch a comic, and then they'll come back and you'll hear people saying, "Oh, I've got a line for that, by the way, if you're interested, if you want it." And that doesn't necessarily mean that money. Sometimes money does change hands, but other times it's just part of the whole brotherly, sisterly kind of support. Like, have you thought of this tagline? Or and that's amazing. That's like when it's working. That's why I'm always like, to new acts, there's a real thing of new acts like not staying and watching.
Watch the comedy.
Watch the comics.
Come and see comedians and watch comedians.
So what's the point of being here?
But also, I mean, I've given feedback to, I mean, this is very broad, so it's not. I've given feedback for Red Raw people who I'm like, you need, if you could see how many other comedians are doing exactly what you're doing. And better, then you would get better. But it's so clear that you've just kind of got like tunnel vision with this, and it's like, nah, you need to expand your mind and see what else is going on out there.
It's also a little bit, I mean, it's none of my business, but a little bit disappointing seeing people leave so quickly as well, because like it's the same thing with a lot of art. Like the more you consume it, the better you're going to be, because you're getting ideas and stuff from everything. Or I didn't know that you could do it in that way, and this, and like I used to do like films. I used to make films, and that the best thing to do, it was just keep watching stuff. And it's a shame, because it's also, everyone's really, most people are really nice here, and like everyone wants everyone to do well, and being part of the show, stay until the end, and like watching your pals and like forming it's just like a nice
kind
of.
I do think there's a really lovely community here.
For the most part,
I don't necessarily know about Edinburgh and Newcastle, but here we definitely have, especially at Red Raw, like a community of
who people come even if they're not on.
And who they'll come every week regardless of whether they're on the bill.
It's
the time, and I'll be able to go, something's not turning up, jump on, and they're like, but it's like great that they all come and they support each other and they know each other, and they're and that's.
But the comment is
what
like
it should be, shouldn't it? It's like it should be a community. Like it's lovely.
From having done this for such a long time now, it's quite interesting, because I can now. I'm quite good at picking out who's going to do well, and who's still going to be here in 5 years' time. And the ones that always stick out to me are the people who were always watching constantly. Christopher MacArthur, Boyd being like the main one of that. Like I remember seeing Christopher from when he was like a tiny infant comic, and knowing straight away that he had funny bones. But there's been lots of comics that I've seen that have had funny bones that you never, they do 2 years and you never see them again. But he was here all the time.
He still is, to be honest.
and he loves it, and he lives and breathes it, and I think that's when you know somebody's gonna go on to do
It's
great
definitely
things.
you definitely see people who are you're good, but you don't treat it like a job, and that's
Yes.
why it's not going to happen. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it is your job. Like if you want
The
it to
most
be.
common thing Fraser says.
Which is true, but I think that's true. I think that's true of all art
It
forms.
is,
Like
it
I
is.
come from a theatre background, and like there's
Second
a
most
different.
common thing Fraser says.
It's true though.
Is this his chat every week?
Do you do panto, Fraser, and Joe?
I do actually.
He's behind you.
Yeah.
No, what you're going to say, what you're going to say. Sorry.
I'm just fine. Just if you listen back to one of our old podcasts,
We're gonna get a disciplinary
just
now.
that.
Oh no.
You're all fired. But no, I'll say it again because you know what? The reason I keep saying it is because people don't fucking listen.
Yeah, true.
If you're going to make this your job, you have to do it. Has to be more than just a kind of casual interest.
Yeah.
You have to graft at it.
Amen, Fraser. Amen.
But it's like with anything, if you don't take it seriously, you're never going to get anywhere
Yeah.
with it. And you can see
True.
people like
No, it
it's
is true.
almost depressing to watch somebody just like let it just drift
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
because they're not willing to put in the
You
work.
need the
You have
balance
to
of the
love
skill.
it. I
Yeah.
think you have to love it, or you have to treat it like a business.
Yeah.
And there are some comics who've done really, really well, who see comedy really as a transactional thing. It's a
Sure.
business thing. But most of the comics, certainly the Scottish comics as well, they graft hard at it. They work really, really hard at it, and they try lots and lots of different things as well. And it's amazing when you see somebody who's been working at it for so long do so well. And like Stuart Mitchell will probably be the most like kind of recent person that suddenly they just hit a wave on social media,
Yeah.
and then they're selling out 3-4 shows a day, and they're doing really, really well, and they've booked a national tour off the back of that, and it's pretty much sold out as well. Just and loads of people be like, oh, he came out of nowhere, but
he didn't,
he's been working at it for 15 years,
yeah.
just trying loads and loads of different little bits and bobs
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
something
You
finally
work 15 years to
clicks.
become an overnight success.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And Jen Brister says that all the
Yeah.
time as well. It took her 20 years to become an overnight
Yeah.
success.
Yeah.
So I'm overdue now. But yeah, it's wonderful to see that. And the other thing I would say is like when comics then they bring the community with them. And I would say like people like Stuart, Farron Brady, Susie McCabe massively. It's still come back. They'll do the little small clubs. They'll try stuff out. They know that that'll help that club to do well. They'll get their friends, their pals, the people who have supported them to support them on tours, to open for them at the Kings. Thanks, Susie. To book them for their tour shows. Thanks, Stuart. So it's nice because it feels like a proper community.
Yeah.
And it's very disappointing when somebody does well and then they just fuck off to London.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maria Lane. I'm here to tell the team. Oh yes, no, I'm
It
joking.
is
I
also-
love Maria.
Yeah, we all do.
But she has fucked off to London.
Without coming on the podcast,
Yeah.
so partly our fault. But.
It is also funny that people with like the overnight success type thing, that so many people see that. Do you want to go any closer to the camera?
Sorry. Oh, I forgot that's the one you're on. I was trying to check the time. Start again.
Did you know that
Hi. Hello. Yeah, your turn, Lozzie.
Chris, could you do an artificial zoom?
the people that are on Taskmaster?
Yes.
There's like a lot
Taskmaster.
of kind of fans of Taskmaster that kind of attach onto comedians that have been going for ages, which is why
Like
they're on-
Mike Wozniak.
Yeah, Mike Wozniak, and everyone, all of a sudden, it's like we're finally giving him his big break, but
He's
he's
on the wall
been
somewhere.
going for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up.
There's lots of people, Taskmaster seems to have, there'll be people on it who people already know.
Yeah,
And then there's always a couple people who are like, smaller comedians, and then it's sort of like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's interesting.
Yeah, and I think that happens because obviously that happens in the one in Australia and,
Yeah.
and all that as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's grand. Don't watch it myself.
Yeah. Would you go on it?
Of course I would.
Yeah,
You say, oh no, my principles. So yeah, that would be lovely.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Apparently, the people
get
that
sorted.
don't watch it do better on it.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah,
Well,
because
I
they're, like,
don't watch it,
preconceptions.
so
Yeah.
I actually don't even know what it is, to be honest. But I know
That's good. No,
I
I
know
think
people
that's
have
good.
done very well at it.
To be honest, yeah, it's funnier when people are just like,
have no
what
idea.
the
I have no
fuck
clue.
is this?
I don't
Like,
watch a lot of stand-up stuff. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
I was sort of thinking about this the other day about how there's actually less and less stuff on TV now, like as in terrestrial
Yes.
television that's about stand-up, like, and even panel shows are sort of going, like there's not a lot,
No,
there's
it's
not an
And
awful lot
also,
of it anymore.
the people that are on, like, I love lots of the comedians that are on these shows, but it's the same fucking people
Yeah.
every time.
It is,
Every
I
new show
know.
that comes out, it's like, oh,
every
no
time
way
I see Ramesh Ramachandran, I'm like,
But if you were him, you'd be like,
yeah, obviously, and I like
That's
him, and it's
good.
good.
I mean, it's
Like,
great. Why
like-
would you say no? It's like people go,
But
oh, I'm so
it's-
fed
and
up of
it's
Davina
not
McCall.
his, it's not his fault that he keeps getting booked. Like,
Yeah, 'cause
the bookers are not booking the people.
Bob
you know?
Mortimer's on everything as
And
well.
I do love that.
Bob Mortimer, but he is on
He's in everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's also, it's just like, again, that's down to the agents and the
Yes.
agencies
Yeah.
and them and just pushing the same people
Yeah.
forward all the time, and not, you know, it is good when somebody, I think Josh Pugh's like been on a few
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
recently, and like I absolutely love him, but
Yeah.
again, what ends up happening is like somebody will go on one thing,
Yeah.
and then the next thing you see them on 4 different
Yeah,
things,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it would be
Oversaturated.
good just like kind of build that a little
Yeah.
bit more, and
Yeah.
it is a lot of still straight white men.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
also like London acts.
Yeah.
I think that
like that's, you have
yeah.
to live in London for it to happen.
yeah.
too.
I mean, I hate Last One Laughing. I
Last
hate that
one
show.
You're not a fan?
Last
I
one
hate that
laughing.
show.
It's just basically a drama game.
Wait,
This is like,
do you hate
Jesus.
anyone
Yeah.
else I've spoken to likes
I
it?
hate
Molly's
it.
a
I've not seen
contrarian.
it. I've not seen
I
it.
hated it. It's just because I'm different. But,
Yeah.
I think that you can't say we've got the UK's best, or some of the UK's best comedians on this show, and every single one of them is like lives in London or is from London.
Oh,
I
like,
think
okay, yeah.
like maybe Roisin Connaughty has like some Irish heritage or something, maybe.
I've lived in London for a long
Yeah,
time.
but it's like there's so many good people, and you can't. It's just
yeah,
kind
okay.
of just picking from the same pool,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
like people did like it. It's just kind of like watching people try and make each other laugh. I just thought it was
Again,
shite.
I didn't watch it.
I've
It was
watched
on the
it.
background when I came off of a tour with some other comics, and we had a bit of a chat about it. But it was on in a pub with the sound down,
Yeah.
so we
Okay,
were just chatting around
Yeah.
it. But one of the people that I was on the tour with, they'd turned it down. And they'd said, "Oh, what I didn't realize was I thought they were there for ages. It was filmed over 2 days."
Oh,
So I thought
Spoiler.
it was like a kind of Big Brother thing.
Yeah,
where
that
they
would have
were-
been better.
for 6
Yeah.
hours. They're
yeah.
locked in for 6. Yeah, that would be better.
yeah.
I thought
Where
it
there's
was
like a bit more madness and just
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's funny.
classic,
like-
classic Big Brother.
Yeah,
where, you
yeah.
know, who was it that was it? What do you call it? It was Jack D who escaped over the roof or something? Wasn't it?
On the very,
No
very
idea.
first celebrity one, it was for like Red Nose Day or something. And Jack D won it, but before he just left. And they like, he just like walked out, like he was, but there's a middle of nowhere, he walked for miles, and eventually she's like, I better just go back then.
Yeah.
He's turned around.
Yeah.
I've seen him talking about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The people that every single person on that show,
Yeah.
apart from Jimmy Carr, I can't say that. Don't get me wrong. Every single person on that show is unreal.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I love,
yeah.
Particularly Lou Sanders.
Yeah.
I love her. I really, really.
But
love
it's
her.
the same people
It just
that are on
feels
everything,
like
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It feels it's the same kind of thing of people not. Thinking women are funny or stuff like it's because you're just getting given the same people
Yeah.
and if I could
It's a way that people think that that's the only comedians that the
Yeah.
UK have.
and
It's
because they're like, oh, they've succeeded in this sort of thing before, so
Yeah.
we'll just do them again.
yeah
And it's quite interesting because, like, I'll, when people ask me what I do and I say, I'm a comedian, and they'll go, "Oh, are you as funny as?" And then, like, you say, and you're like, "Well,
Well, you would go
actually,
say,
I'm
like-
funnier."
Yeah.
What do they want me
anything
to
about
say to
comedians
that?
it's that we
Yeah.
think we're funnier than
Yeah.
everybody else. Like, literally everybody else. We've just not had the chances
Yeah.
that they've had.
Yeah.
But quite often people go, "Oh, but like, oh, do you not wish you were on the telly and stuff?" And like, no, I don't particularly wish I was on the telly because that's not why I do stand
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
Like, and being on the telly brings a whole other host, particularly for female comics, a whole other host
Yeah.
of fucking bullshittery
Yeah.
that I just don't have the patience for. And also, I'm slightly violent as a human.
You can take the girl out of Greenock. But you can't take the knife out of her hand. Danny.
You can try. The words are my knife. Yeah, I just so I think that's this weird thing that we have in the UK of like success must equal TV.
Yeah.
And actually, I think like success is being able to pay your mortgage doing something that you love.
Exactly.
And I think some younger comics, and I don't mean young in age, just young in career, need to kind of understand that actually knowing comics like Raymond and Vlad and you know, people who have worked at this and have put their kids through university and paid for weddings and divorces and you know, doing this job, that's
Like
it's valid as anything else.
The end goal is to be a stand-up on the stage.
There's only ever going to be a handful of people who can be on the telly. There's only ever going to be,
and also TV's dying anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like going, oh, you're a scientist? Have you won the Nobel Prize?
That's true.
But I'm not a real scientist.
There's a similarity in like sometimes when you say, well, like I met a drunk man on the train the other day, and I told him I worked at the stand. I said I work in the
Glasgow.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, are you a student or something? Like, what do you do the rest of the time? And I was like, no, like this is a job that I want to be doing. Like I'm not. It's not like a sort of side hustle while I'm trying to get to something else. Like
drunk man.
Shut up, drunk man.
Questions.
He was actually really nice, and I wish I could meet him again because he was one of the best guys I've ever met. But,
Wow.
Him and his wife. He was. I can't remember. She was called Diane. Can't remember what he was called. Anyway,
drunk man number one.
But it's just, it happens quite often that people are like, oh, but you'd prefer to be doing this other thing.
What do you own it?
Yeah, yeah. But it's like, no, I'm quite happy doing the thing I'm doing.
It comes down to, I think we were probably chatting about this on another pod. It's like all
I can't remember what I've talked about in real life and what I've talked about on this.
This kind of like comedy is so easy to consume.
Oh, you said this, yeah.
And that it means that people that watch it think that it's easy to do.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
and then it doesn't. Obviously, us three aren't comedians, but we do help put shows on, and there is lots to make sure that everything is running smoothly. But then you don't know how many times that one joke has been run through and like said in different cadence and everything, and then like got to that point, and I don't know. It's just I find it really frustrating that people like don't appreciate.
It's kind of like it's a
proper job.
But just before I forget this, just because you mentioned Jimmy Carr, one of the funniest moments, funniest moments happened in this club with Jimmy Carr. He's going to kill me for telling this story. Not Jimmy, couldn't give a shit what Jimmy thinks.
I don't think Jimmy watches.
Yeah.
He might.
He might. He's got to find his jokes somewhere. And
lol.
So we were at a stand party here at the Stand Comedy Club. I think it was probably the 10th birthday.
Wow, we've just had the
25th.
Yeah.
And Mark Nelson and I were new baby comics. So we'd have been going for like 5 years, possibly around about that. Or just coming around that time. So, you know, we were known enough to have been invited to the party. And Jimmy Carr was here. And he was standing at he came in, I think he'd been doing, because he'd been doing a show at the SECC or something like that.
He was in town.
He was in town.
He
wasn't just coming for the stand party. If only we had that clip. But he was here, and Mark was standing beside me at the bar, and Mark loved Jimmy Carr, and he was like, "Oh my God, it's Jimmy Carr! It's Jimmy Carr! It's Jimmy Carr!" And he was standing talking to Frankie and stuff, and I was like, "Well, go and say hi." Mark's like, "No." And about 20 minutes later, it was clear that Jimmy was like going to go, and I went to Mark, with quite a few drinks, and I said, "Hurry up, just like you're going to miss your chance, you know." And Mark's going to kill me. And he went, "Okay." And he walked up, and it was just the funnest thing ever watched. He said, "Hi, Jimmy, I'm a huge fan." And Jimmy went, and obviously was a bit like, "Oh, what, who's this? What's it?" Because Mark was drunk. And Mark obviously saw the kind of momentary, "Oh, what the fuck is this? You know, what's going on?" And he went, "No, it's okay, Jimmy. I'm a comedian too.
Oh, Mark.
I'm gonna say that
Which point
next time.
Jimmy left.
Oh, no.
And Mark was like,
Oh. I bet he still thinks about that when he's falling
I
asleep.
think
That
I bring it
haunts
up as often as I
Oh,
possibly
yes,
can.
That's so
You should.
cringe.
But Mark and I have this thing as well where we, again, because the Stand Comedy Club meant so much to us, and I remember I picked him up to come to this party because I used to, well, I still don't drink very much, but at that time I was still living in Greenock, so I used to have to get, if I wanted to be up late, I couldn't be drinking because I'd get back to Greenock. So I used to drive everywhere, and I picked him up to come to the Stand party, and we were, in fact, you know what I think it was Kevin and Frankie's cowboy party that they had. So I don't think it was one of the birthday parties. I think it was one of the Glasgow Comedy Festival after
right,
parties,
right,
because everybody was dressed like cowboys
Yeah.
and stuff.
much has
sorry,
changed.
I'm talking bullshit. Gangster
Gangsters.
party.
Oh,
Everybody was dressed as
okay.
gangsters.
Yeah. Cowboys was 25th.
Yeah. And they were all dressed as gangsters. Anyway, and Mark and I used to always be like, well, you know, we would get into the party, like, 'cause you'd still be quite nervous that like whoever was at the door was going to be like,
who are you?
fuck off, right? And just be, and again, it was the same every year at the Edinburgh Fringe party as well. We'd be like, and Mark and I would get in, and Mark would take my hand and he'd be like, we made it, Lafferty, and I would go, made it, Nelson. And still at the 25th birthday party, he came over and he took my hand and went, we made it, Lafferty. And I was like,
That's
"We
really
made
sweet.
it, Nelson."
That's
Like,
cute.
Oh,
That's really
that's so
cute.
nice.
so yeah, I'm
That's
really
really nice.
sorry, Mark. I'm pure out this all for all
That's
these,
so
like,
nice.
That's so nice.
You're really ruining his tough guy image.
And you both absolutely smashed it at the karaoke
Oh, yeah.
as well.
Oh,
From
yay.
the 10th, the Gangsters Party, 25th.
Yeah.
You both sang. You sang Alanis Morissette?
I sang Alanis Morissette,
Alanis Morissette.
and he did Dean Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah. He described himself as the Dean Martin of comedy, because I
When
I
we were
was,
on the podcast.
Yeah,
When-
because
yeah.
I was we were complimenting his singing. Lottie said, "Oh, you should."
Yeah, at the party after he sang, I was like, "Oh my god, that was unreal! You should quit comedy and do singing instead." And he was like, "Yeah, no."
Modest as ever. All right, so he's the Dean Martin, so I'm the Alanis Morissette, middle-aged angry woman in the corner.
yeah. And I'm Justin Bieber, I guess.
And I went up to him at the party and I was like, "Mark, you are unreal." And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "No, I would never have expected him to sing that song." But then now
It makes so much sense.
sense.
It makes so much sense.
And then he was like, "Oh yeah, what? Like, are you gonna sing? Are you gonna go?" And I was like, you followed me. So, thank you. Thanks.
Again, the mistake you made there is thinking a comic was thinking of anybody else but themselves.
Yeah,
It's such a narcissistic.
To be fair, he did say he was shitting himself as soon as he realised he was on next. He was like, and then he went for it.
You've just got to throw, because I didn't know as well that I was going to be on, and I was on quite early, and I think I was like one of the first comics to sing, because I think it was it was mainly like staff, and then and I was like, oh no, this is it.
Yeah, this
You
is
smashed it.
I have no idea. I was very drunk.
But I was gonna say before I forget as well that you're one of the comedians that the staff like uses. Not uses. We use you. We use you. No. Your jokes. It gets mentioned quite a lot. Like when we're out for drinks or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Thomas brings in the spinny room thing.
I
frequently.
often tell other people the goldfish story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because it's so funny.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. It's
I know
great.
that means a lot.
Just
It's like,
big
seriously, I'm
hands,
quite
yeah.
like taken aback by that. That's nice.
No, it's nice. I always say when I go home to my partner, I say to him, oh, he asked me what's really funny that I've seen today. What's 5 jokes you've heard today? And then I try and like do the bits, and then I've done the spinny room. Tried to do Liam Farrelly's guinea pig.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a great bit.
Guinea
So
pigs
long.
is good.
And then
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, Ziggy. But yeah, no, it's the train station is. Yeah. But yeah, it's good, and definitely not as funny as you.
That blows me away. Like, that means a lot to me, because like, as somebody who grew up like repeating like Billy Connolly jokes and like jokes my dad would tell me, which I always thought were his. Then realised that they were Billy Connolly's as well, or like the man down the pub and things. So that's like, that. Oh, I'm actually like, oh, thanks, guys.
No, cry.
Yeah. For the clip.
Who's cried in the pod? Who's cried in the pod?
Well, I'm glad that was. I mean, I was trying to be nice, but I didn't mean it for it to be so wholesome. But it's so true. It's really true.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Have we been going enough
close.
time for the?
We're close. I think. Well, before we do that.
Oh, sorry.
Because I think that's probably what has we end on an icebreaker.
Oh.
But before we do that, is there anything that you've got coming up that you're
yeah.
excited about, that you want to tell us about? That keep in mind, we're not 100% sure when this will come out, but you probably do Fringe and Beyond.
Okay, cool. So I'm doing the Fringe.
And where are you doing it this year?
I'm doing it at the Stand
Yay!
Comedy Club. Yay! I'm at Stand 1 every day,
Nice.
5 o'clock, with my show Oofed. About all the oofed moments and the oofed things, but not bleak.
Oh,
Nice.
good.
But not
Okay,
bleak.
nice.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I get to yell at people about trans rights, which is
Yes.
which I'm enjoying at
Yeah,
the
that's
moment.
good,
that's
I'm
good.
enjoying that.
Yeah.
And we've seen you do some work in progresses, and
Yeah.
it's a good show. It's a good show, everyone. It's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's getting
You should
there.
watch
The first one was not good.
Oh, really?
As Sean can attest. I hadn't really thought too much about it, and then I spent an hour dying on my hip on stage. But then it
gotta
helped
do
me
that.
get it out.
Yeah,
It
you
helped
gotta
me
do
get
that.
it, and it's humbling. It's
Yeah.
humbling. But yeah, no, I did the Glasgow Comedy Festival here and loved it. And then actually I was. In fact, Gareth Much made a comment. So this weekend when I was headlining, I did new material every night. Slipped it in, and he's like, "Imagine doing new material when you're headlining Lafferty." And it's fucking, like, I don't know why I've made much sound like Mearns.
All straight white men sound like
Yeah, they
Sound
all
the same.
sound the same to me. I'm sorry, it's just like but yeah, no, it's been, I'm enjoying doing, it's exciting doing new stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had
Especially
that.
after having done something for
Because
ages.
Bahookie was 2 years. So I was fucking sick to death of it. Like, I loved it as a show, I loved it as a concept, and I loved working with Dan, who was the choreographer, the pole dancing choreographer, and that was great. But I was so glad to finish it.
Yeah.
It's just like something new, please.
Yeah.
So I have that, and also I have my podcast, which is all about joy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although we keep going viral for us ranting a bit sort of not joyful in life, but yeah, that's called The Joy Agenda, and I do that with Hannah Campbell, who is an up and coming comic. She's fucking ace.
Yeah.
And big shout out to Hannah Campbell.
Shout out.
Yeah, so Joy Agenda and Oofed, and after that, who knows?
Who knows?
Do you know what else we should also? We just don't have the time. But Bonafide.
Oh yeah, Bonafide.
Yeah.
We did it. It's actually, and do you know what? Literally, it's on
tonight. So
Yeah.
guys,
It's on tonight.
get
It's on
down.
so you're a bit,
I know.
you might have missed tonight.
The numbers have been hit by the nice weather, but
Yeah.
Do you want to give our many listeners a very quick rundown? What is Bonafide?
Bonafide is a cult comedy night that I've been running for 8 years.
It's 8 years, isn't it?
8
That's mad,
years, yeah. And I run it in Glasgow and Edinburgh stands. They don't let me into Newcastle. I don't know what's going on. And it's basically, I give the comics a theme the week before, and they need to write material to the theme. And when they don't, Lottie gets pissed off
Yeah.
because they
And
don't play.
yeah.
They're not playing the game properly.
Exactly.
They just shoehorn in the room.
They quite
material
often
around
they'll
it.
be like, "Oh yes, the theme this week is baths. I'm going to talk about."
Not that.
One time I had a bath. Anyway,
So true. That's how it's
But it's a great night because, like, when they do play the game, and some people do really play the game, and I've started booking a lot of newer acts, which has been nice. I'm bringing some new faces along, and the ones I have a kind of stalwart. Of acts who've been doing it for a long time, who always use it to develop their fringe stuff.
yeah,
Which is great.
Yeah, that's
which
nice.
is
it's a
really
nice
good.
like opportunity for that.
But yeah, and there's
Yeah.
some, like, I have some favourites. Kathleen Hughes, big favourite. She always plays the game. Last time she brought a guitar. I didn't even know she could play guitar. She always plays the game. And Gareth Waugh, he's a good one for the game. Raymond Mearns, give him a subject.
He
he'll
can fucking
talk for hours about it.
Did you ever used to work for Psychics? Anyway.
Oh,
we learned a lot on that podcast.
Psychics.
Yeah.
I played a psychic once in a film. Yeah, I know.
Was
Was it
Raymond
called
there?
Next Time Ned? Because that was the film.
Oh,
that Raymond
yeah.
spoke about.
Raymond made a
Raymond's
film called
film.
Next Time Ned. I'm telling you, I think we
Raymond's
said
has been
4
in
words
more
amongst the
films.
few.
Like he's honestly,
yeah.
I feel like Raymond's had about 9 lives.
Yeah.
He's
At
a
least.
cat because sometimes he'll go, "Oh, I remember when I was in the Navy." I'm like, "What? Were you in the Navy?"
Yeah.
Like,
I was working with the Psychics. I'm like, what?
that time when I was a cop in the New York City Police Department. I'm just like, Raymond.
Yeah. And then
Where?
he just pulls out an unreal Joe Pesci impression.
And then just quotes him like Ulysses too. It's like, this man is a... Anyways.
Anyway,
I would be able to do that, but the perimenopause has stolen
that's what it is.
all of
That's what it
my long short term. My favourite thing at the moment is that face.
Yeah.
That's my face for everything.
Yes.
What was I doing? What am I saying?
Why
Where
am I-
am I
why did I
going?
And
come
there's some
into this
heat coming
room?
off you. I have to say.
Enjoy it. It's like a wee day in fucking Barcelona sat next to me. I've always been hot, darling.
Even I, as a homosexual man, can appreciate that you're gorgeous.
Wait, you okay? You never.
Every time. Am I not allowed to talk on this anymore?
Oh, yeah, you are. You are. You're valid. We
Thank
love
you.
you.
Do you want to do your question then?
Yeah, so we usually end the podcast with an icebreaker, and this week's icebreaker.
Are you intentionally wearing a t-shirt that says icebreaker on it?
Oh yeah.
sold at the bar
You
at
can
the
buy
It's
it.
Comedy
sponsored
Club.
by West Brewery.
Yay.
Who don't make
Who don't
icebreaker?
Make icebreaker. But if there was to be in a museum, there's a what are they called? Like an installation,
Display?
about-
Exhibition.
exhibition,
Exhibit. That's what I'm looking for.
exhibition about your life. What
It's a small one.
is in the gift shop? What is the merch that you would have? But
Oh,
That's really good.
thank you. Usually they do come from my brain as they said, but my younger sister Martha sent a text and said, "Please, can you?"
Oh, well,
put
Martha,
this on
good
the-"
question.
Thanks, Martha.
Oh, that's
Good
a good question, Martha.
Well done, Marth.
What would be my merch? I'm trying to think. Like, obviously, like Billy Connolly's got the tea cozy, so
Yeah.
I kind of have a tea cozy. Oh, is there
I've got an
another
idea
aspect?
for you.
Okay.
Bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know those toys that's like it's a pole and then it was a woodpecker.
Like a woodpecker.
Yeah.
Just
You
a
could do
little
that.
It
That'd be
just looked like I
class.
was shagging the pole the whole way down. Just like, just like, have you ever wondered what Jay looks like in bed?
I like that a
Just
lot.
banging up and down.
See,
I
at
love
first-
that.
Yeah.
No, I'm going for that. That's definitely. I love that. I
You
love
can
that.
take that.
Also, like a fan for my perimenopause.
yeah.
My
that's
perimenopause
good.
symptoms.
Yeah.
Oof, yeah,
Yeah.
big fan. I'm actually thinking about that for some merch
that's
during
a
the
good
fringe.
idea.
Just some
People,
oof.
and it's hot. Like people need that for.
Yeah.
That's good.
I was thinking
Non-stand
of
one,
it.
we have fantastic air conditioning.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
we
course.
do,
but
but-
all the other venues across the city.
They're all shit. Yeah, so maybe like a fan. So the Woody Woodpecker
That's
Jay, pole shagging, a fan.
It would really hump the ball.
It would probably be like,
I think
like
that'd be a
though.
good strapline for it. It really humps the
it
pole.
really humps the pole.
Yeah.
She gives it to it good. I don't know, maybe like goldfish.
I was going to say,
that's
I
good.
used to have a toy goldfish. It was like a goldfish in a bag, but it was like fake.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
little
Like
fake,
a,
like little,
like a solid thing, like that.
yeah, little
like
goldfish,
resin, I guess.
Actually-
or real goldfish.
Oh,
Let's
well,
get,
yeah, I mean,
let's
yeah.
get PETA involved.
Yeah.
Let's get,
Oh, you should get those
Yeah.
platform shoes,
With
which
the
are
fish
and there's a
in.
fish inside
oh,
the shoe.
yeah, pole dancers have those.
Oh, really?
Those, like,
Those
yeah, the,
Well,
the
there you
big
go,
long.
perfect.
I don't think they're real fish,
Well,
but
yeah.
yeah, I've seen pole dancers
Yeah.
with the fish shoes.
What would you guys have?
Oh, I don't know, like a key ring with like a little, just says on. Like,
This is your
it's
job.
a
This is
job.
Fraser.
It's actually a job.
Actually, a
It's
job.
actually a job.
I used to work in theatre.
On the flip side, it says I used to work in theatre.
Yeah. Oh, no, you
Resident
didn't.
homosexual.
And it's a rainbow.
I have a
Yeah. Love you.
Love you too, thanks. I've taken some pelters on the slide today.
I think it would be good. Do you know what? If you got, those mugs that they're just white, and then
Oh, when
you
you heat
pour
it up.
thing, and then it comes out as like it is a job.
It's a job, actually.
I think I would have to. There would have to be a cap,
A cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
yeah.
You do.
but I don't know what would be on the cap.
A lottie cap.
Your answer's always Justin
crisps.
Bieber. Or crisps.
Oh,
You
it's
do
not
love
Vinegar
crisps.
McCoys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think what I would have in mine.
You really don't know?
No.
Do you?
No, I'm just thinking. No, I feel like when you got asked
Yeah, I
the
feel
question,
like you
you'd
would
have
have
been
thought-
mulling
yeah.
this over.
Yeah.
Well, I really like those toys that like ooh ow ooh ow. Yeah. Because I like when you shake them and it's
But
like
would it be a little you? Then you can put it next to my shag and pole thing, and it's like. I love that Chris. Is it Chris Thorburn that
Yeah.
says?
Hi,
Chris edits my pod as well, and so he'll be like, "Oh, not Lafferty."
I love Chris. I love Chris.
We love
Chris
Chris.
Thorburn
Yeah.
is he is like one of my top favourite people.
I agree. Me
Like,
too.
I think
to watch
top-
doing stand up as well.
Yeah. For Chris's museum, maybe would have those like enamel pins that are popcorns.
Yeah,
For
that's good.
cinema.
That's good.
Yeah. Or
That's a
Tash.
class poster he had, the one with the popcorn
Yeah.
beard.
Yeah,
That was a good
popcorn
poster.
And he's
Anyway,
very photogenic as well. All of his pictures I see. Yeah,
Chris
really good.
looks great. He's got the whole vibe.
He really
like
does.
he
He's the
reminds
whole
me.
package.
Yeah.
I want him to be in a Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
if Wes Anderson was to meet
Yeah.
Yes.
He'd be like,
Chris Thorburn,
It's you.
he'd write a film
You're the
about
star.
him
Yeah.
and put him in it.
Watch him clip this and. Well,
Anyway.
I really want you to make that match.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
alright.
need to sell it.
Not his match, your own match.
You should definitely
My
do a
merch.
fan for the Fringe.
I think
Yeah.
a
Yeah, the
fan
fans
would be
are
good.
great.
Yeah. Oof.
Would
Yeah.
you do it that kind of tealy blue?
Is that your colour?
Teal's your colour.
Or do you
I
need a
think-
new colour for the new show?
So the new show is that
got a poster
it's
yet?
a kind of I do have a poster. Where's my phone gone? Oh, it's down here. It's a kind of purpley background, but I am wearing this colour.
Chris, if you're able to put it up on the
Ah.
screen, I would appreciate it.
Oh yeah, Chris will have it because he designed it.
There you go.
He's literally the
He
best.
does everything, doesn't he? Isn't he amazing?
He's the
but
whole
you
package.
you could do blue with purple writing or purple
Yeah.
with blue writing.
So that's
Oh, I've
the
seen
poster.
that. Yeah, I've seen this.
that's nice.
Yeah, it's
oh, you
great.
look
That's
so
the
good.
Your
in that
hair
too.
looks
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
Do
great.
you know
It looks
who-
like you're a big fan.
I was being fan. Do you know who was fan of me?
Chris Thorburn.
Hannah Campbell.
Took a shot.
But I am wearing that. Sorry, it's more bluey than
Yeah, okay.
teal.
Sure.
But yeah, I've
Is
gone
that
purple.
a kind of is that a leopard print?
Yeah,
Ooh. Good, you're a
it
leopard
is.
print fan.
It is. It is Scampin' Dude. I'd like you to sponsor me. I have 3 of your jumpsuits that I've worn on television and tagged you, and you've never
That's
once
rude.
fucking shared it.
Yeah.
This is your last
Just
chance.
It's you or crisps. Okay, that's the
Yeah,
choice.
Scampin' Dude or
Scampy fries.
Scampi fries. Yeah.
I really want a cap with salt and vinegar McCoys on it.
Like, well, we'll work on it.
Well, your birthday's in
Oh, year.
November.
I don't want to. When is it?
November.
Yes, it's
Anyway,
already
sorry.
I'll look into it for you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks so
Thanks very much for coming, Jade.
This was so. I wasn't feeling good today.
Oh.
I know you're absolutely buzzing.
Yeah.
I love it when you do a pod and it breaks. I do because when sometimes I go into pods,
You're like, oh,
when
thank
I'm
goodness.
doing my own pod, and I'm like, oh, can't be fucked.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh, I've talked about
Yeah.
joy for 2
Yeah.
hours. This is
Yeah.
nice.
That-
It's
yeah.
just having a chat with your pals.
Yeah,
it's
no.
real nice.
Nice. We
Thank
all
you.
love each other. It's wholesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. It's been lovely.
Bye.
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 Bye, Fraser.